My beloved child, come close and listen to the rhythm of my heart, for in its steady beating, you will find the peace that the world has tried so desperately to steal from you. I have heard the whispers that keep you awake in the quiet hours of the night, and I have seen the tears you shed in the secret places where you think no one is watching. I see the way your heart tightens when you walk through those office doors, the way you brace yourself against the cold atmosphere of competition and the sharp edges of spoken and unspoken judgment. I know the names of those who have whispered in corners, those who have twisted your intentions, and those who have sought to diminish your worth with their petty grievances. Today, I am speaking a word of absolute authority over your life. I am silencing the tongues that have been speaking ill of you. I am the great architect, the one who laid the foundations of the earth and measured the spans of the heavens with my hands, and I tell you that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Do you not know that I have placed a hedge of protection around you that no malice can penetrate? Even when you feel isolated, even when you feel like you are standing alone in a room full of people who are waiting for you to fail, I am there. I am the silent witness to every conversation, the unseen listener at every water cooler, and the divine arbiter of your reputation. Those who have tried to build their own success upon the ruins of your peace will find their efforts turned to dust by the wind of my spirit. I am breathing my truth into those hallways, into those conference rooms, and into those digital spaces where rumors have tried to take root. You have worried about your position, about your finances, and about the security of your future, but I ask you now to look at the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. Do I not provide for them with a fatherly hand? How much more will I provide for you, my precious child, who is made in my very image? Your career is not in the hands of men. It is held firmly in mine. Your promotion does not come from the favor of a supervisor who does not see your value. It comes from the hand of the King of Kings. I am opening doors that no man can shut, and I am shutting mouths that have dared to speak against my anointed. This season of bone-deep anxiety is coming to an end. The knots in your stomach, the tension in your neck, and the heavy cloud of fear that greets you every morning, I am washing them away with the waters of my grace. I am giving you a new name and a new strength that is not your own. When you walk into that building tomorrow, I want you to walk with your head held high, not in pride, but in the quiet, unshakable confidence that the Creator of the universe is your defender. You do not need to fight this battle with your own words. You only need to stand still and see the salvation I am bringing to you. I am touching the hearts of those who have been your adversaries, either softening their malice or removing them from your path entirely to make room for your growth. My justice is not like the justice of the world. It is perfect, it is timely, and it is restorative. I am restoring what the locusts have eaten, the years of struggle, the moments of doubt, and the joy that was stolen by the harsh words of others. You are never truly alone, for even in the loneliest cubicle or the most stressful board meeting, my presence is a thick, golden light surrounding you like a fortress. I am your refuge and your strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Do not let your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid of the shadows, for the light of my love is far brighter than any darkness they can conjure. I have already gone before you into your future, and I have smoothed the rough places. I have prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies, and your cup shall overflow with blessings they cannot comprehend. This is my promise to you today. The voices of malice are being muted by the roar of my love. The lies are being dismantled by the power of my truth. You are loved with an everlasting love, and nothing can pluck you out of my hand. Rest now, child, and let the heavy armor of your self-defense fall to the floor. Sleep in the knowledge that I am awake, working on your behalf, turning every curse into a blessing and every trial into a testimony. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it is already entering your home. I am the God of the impossible, and today I am doing a new thing in your life. Can you not perceive it? The silence I am bringing to your enemies is the prelude to the song of your victory. Trust me, for I am faithful, and my word never returns void. I know the weight of the Monday morning that begins on Sunday night, the way your heart quickens its pace as you pull into the parking lot, and the heavy sigh you release before you even step through those heavy doors. I see you sitting in your car for those extra 2 minutes, gathering the fragments of your peace like fallen petals, trying to shield yourself from the atmosphere you are about to enter. Child, do you not know that I am the one holding the door open for you? Do you not realize that the very air you breathe in that building is filtered through my grace? I see the subtle glances exchanged across the conference table when you speak, the ones meant to diminish your confidence. I hear the quiet murmurs that stop the moment you enter the break room, and I feel the sting of the credit stolen from your hard work. But hear me now. I am the great adjuster. I am moving behind the scenes of your company's hierarchy, rearranging the influence of those who have used their breath to tear you down. The very tongues that have been sharpened like swords against you are beginning to lose their edge. I am causing a divine confusion in the camp of those who plot your professional downfall. Where they intended to weave a web of complication for you, I am making your path straight and your decisions clear. Even the emails sent in secret, the ones intended to misrepresent your character to those in authority, are being intercepted by my hand. I am bringing a clarity to the minds of your supervisors that they cannot explain. They will find themselves looking at you with new eyes, seeing the integrity and the excellence that I have placed within you, while the words of your detractors will begin to sound like hollow clanging in their ears. Do not spend your strength trying to craft a defense. You do not need to rehearse your explanations or stay up late documenting every slight. I am your witness and your advocate. I have a file on your life that no human resource department can access, and in that file, I have recorded every tear shed in the quiet of the restroom stalls and every prayer whispered over a keyboard. I am turning the tide of favor in your direction. The promotion you thought was lost, the project you were sidelined from, the respect you were denied, these are not gone, they are being refined. I am removing the thorns from your workplace so that you may bloom in the very soil where they tried to bury you. Remember the way you felt when that specific coworker questioned your expertise in front of the group. I was there, holding your hand under the table, reminding you of the wisdom I have gifted you. That wisdom is a well that will never run dry, while their arrogance is a cistern that is already cracking. I am the God who promotes from the shadows. I am the God who honors the one who works as unto me and not unto men. Watch as I begin to shift the dynamics of your office. Notice how the ones who were loudest in their criticism are suddenly occupied with their own affairs, or how their seats are being moved further from yours. I am creating a buffer of peace around your desk, a sanctuary within the cubicle walls where my spirit can commune with you throughout the day. When the phone rings and your stomach knots, breathe in my name. When the notification pops up from that person who always brings tension, remember that I am the firewall around your soul. You are being prepared for a position that requires the very resilience you are building right now. This season of standing firm against the wind of gossip is strengthening your roots. You are becoming a tree of righteousness that cannot be moved by the petty storms of office politics. I am also working on the hearts of those who speak ill of you. For some, I am bringing a conviction that will lead to a sudden, unexplained kindness toward you. For others who refuse to change, I am preparing an exit, for I will not allow your light to be dimmed forever by their shadows. You are a city set on a hill, and even in the professional world my glory will be seen upon you. Think of the commute home, the way you often feel drained, as if you have been in a battle. You have been, but the victory is already signed in my blood. I am restoring the joy of your vocation. I am reminding you why you first chose this path, stripping away the layers of bitterness that have accumulated like dust. I am the one who gives you the ideas that solve the problems others find impossible. I am the one who gives you the favor that opens doors no key can fit. Rest in this. The noise of the world is loud, but the whisper of my love is louder. It penetrates the clatter of the copy machines and the hum of the computers. It says, "You are mine, you are capable, and you are protected." The tongues are being silenced, the scripts are being rewritten, and your name is being spoken in the highest courts of heaven with pride. You are not just an employee. You are my ambassador, and I back my ambassadors with the full weight of my kingdom. Stay steady, stay kind, and stay in my presence. The silence you are starting to notice is not an accident. It is my hand at work, clearing the way for your greatest season of influence yet. We are just beginning this transformation, and what I have started, I will faithfully complete. Do not fear the whispers that echo in the hallways or the clandestine messages sent beneath the digital surface of your workplace. I am the great arbiter, the one who weighs the heart and measures the intent of every word. When you walk through those glass doors, you are not walking alone. You are draped in the mantle of my favor, a garment that the eyes of the worldly cannot fully comprehend but whose presence they cannot ignore. I have seen the way your heart skipped a beat when you saw that email notification last Tuesday, the one you dreaded opening because you knew the tone would be sharp, the criticism unearned. I was standing beside you then, and I am standing beside you now. I have already begun to dissolve the sting of those words before they even reached your consciousness. I am the one who confuses the tongues of those who seek to build a tower of lies against you. Just as I did at Babel, I cause the languages of the mockers to become incoherent to those who hold the power to promote or demote. To your superiors, the complaints against you are starting to sound like static, meaningless, irritating, and ultimately ignorable. I am creating a frequency around your life that only resonates with truth and excellence. Think of the colleague who has consistently sought to undermine your contributions, the one who subtly takes credit for the ideas you whispered in confidence during those long brainstorming sessions. I am dealing with them, not with a hammer of judgment, but with the persistent pressure of my conviction. I am making it uncomfortable for them to sit in the seat of the scorner. They will find that their words no longer carry the weight they once did. Their influence is evaporating like morning mist in the heat of the rising sun. You have wondered if I see the late hours, the extra effort that goes unacknowledged, the way you bridge the gaps left by others' negligence while they take the credit. I see it all. I am the auditor of the soul, and I am preparing a recompense that no human resource department could ever calculate. I am moving you from the place of being tolerated to the place of being celebrated, but the path requires your absolute trust in my silence. When they goad you, remain still. When they provoke you in the middle of a staff meeting, remain kind. This is not weakness. It is the highest form of spiritual warfare. You are demonstrating the temperament of the kingdom. Consider the physical space you occupy, the chair that has become a place of silent prayer, the keyboard that has been stained by the invisible tears of your frustration, the small plant on your desk that you keep as a reminder of life in a sterile environment. I am sanctifying that workspace. I am making it an altar. People will begin to walk by your cubicle or your office and feel a sudden sense of peace, though they won't know why. They will stop to ask you questions that have nothing to do with the project at hand, seeking the light they see reflected in your eyes. This is the influence I am building, one that transcends titles and pay grades. I'm also working in the hidden places, the boardrooms and the private chats where decisions are made without your knowledge. I am placing your name on the hearts of those in authority. They will find themselves thinking of you with an unexplained sense of confidence. The ill will that was once a thick fog in those rooms is being blown away by the wind of my spirit. You will notice a shift in the atmosphere, a softening of the sharp edges, a slowing of the frantic pace of hostility. It is because I am establishing my rhythm there. I am reminding you of the dreams you had before the corporate grind sought to crush them. I am restoring the why behind your work. You are there to be a conduit of my grace, a source of wisdom in a desert of confusion. Do not let the smallness of their gossip shrink the largeness of your destiny. You are being prepared for a seat at a table they cannot even see yet. Every no you have received from them is being gathered and turned into a yes from me. Every door they slammed in your face was a mercy, preventing you from entering a room that was too small for your future. I am widening your path. I am strengthening your ankles for the climb. The fatigue you feel in your shoulders is the shedding of the old skin, the old way of relying on your own strength to defend your reputation. You no longer need to be your own advocate, for the Creator of the stars has taken up your case. Rest your mind tonight. Let the tension leave your neck and your hands. The battle for your name is being fought in the heavens, and I have never lost a case. We are moving into a chapter where your results will speak so loudly that the detractors will have to cover their ears. Their silence will be the tribute they pay to the God who dwells within you. Do not look back at the shadows. Keep your gaze fixed on the horizon where I am making all things new. I am watching over the documents you sign and the presentations you give. I am breathing life into your creativity so that even your mundane tasks carry a spark of the divine. You will find that the very people who tried to trip you are now stumbling over their own feet while you walk on level ground. This is not for your pride, but for my glory. I am showing the world what happens when a person is backed by the King of Kings. Your workplace is my mission field, and you are the light in the dark. I am clearing the air. I am hushing the storm. I am making a way where there was no way. You will see it soon, the fruit of your endurance. Stay close to me. The best is yet to come. I see the coffee cup that has gone cold as you focused on a task that wasn't even yours, simply because you wanted to do things with excellence. I see the way you hold your tongue when the impulse to defend yourself is screaming. I see the quiet moments in the elevator where you close your eyes and ask for just one more ounce of patience. I am answering that prayer in real time. I am weaving a tapestry of protection around you that is woven from the prayers you have whispered and the faith you have held on to, even when it felt as small as a mustard seed. The words spoken against you in the break room, the ones that felt like arrows to your back, I have blunted their tips. They may have been launched, but they will not pierce. They will fall harmlessly to the ground, forgotten and stripped of their power. I am even working on the hearts of those who have been the primary architects of your discomfort. I am visiting them in the night watches, making them restless with their own unkindness. You may see a change in them that defies logic, a sudden apology, an unexpected offer of help, or simply a strategic retreat. Whatever the form it takes, know that it is my hand. You are my beloved, and no weapon formed against you, whether it be a verbal barb, a professional roadblock, or a social exclusion, shall prosper. You are being refined in this fire, not consumed by it. The gold of your character is coming to the surface, and soon it will be all that anyone can see. Trust the process of the pruning, for it leads to a greater harvest than you have ever known. I am with you in the Monday morning rush and the Friday afternoon exhaustion. I am your Sabbath in the midst of the noise. Breathe. I am here. Even as you sit at your desk, the hum of the computer fan a constant drone in your ears, I am there, a quiet force moving between the cubicle walls. I see the heavy sigh you release when a certain name pops up in your inbox, that familiar tightening in your chest that feels like a physical weight. Do not let your heart be troubled. I am the master of the narrative, the editor of the stories people tell about one another. That email, intended to cast doubt on your competence, I have already intercepted its impact. I am tilting the perspective of those who read it, causing them to see not your perceived failure, but the unfairness of the one who sent it. I am making the hidden motives of the heart as clear as glass to those in positions of authority. When you walk into the conference room and feel the chill of unspoken judgments, remember that I have filled the empty chairs with my messengers. They are standing guard over your peace. I am placing a supernatural hedge around your mind so that the snide remarks and the subtle exclusions do not take root in the soil of your identity. You are not the sum of your performance reviews or the target of someone's insecurity. You are a masterpiece in progress, and this workplace is merely the scaffolding. I know the nights you spend staring at the ceiling, replaying the day's interactions, wondering what you could have said differently to earn their respect. Stop striving for the validation of those who are blind to your light. I am the one who validates you. I am the one who has already said, "Well done." I see the way you meticulously double-check your spreadsheets, the way you stay 5 minutes late to ensure everything is in order, even when no one seems to notice. I notice. I am the witness to your integrity in the small things. I am also the one who is dealing with the pharaohs of your office, those who demand more bricks while providing less straw. Their power is a vapor, a temporary shadow that will vanish when I command the morning. I am already preparing the way for a transition, whether it be a change in their hearts or a change in your scenery. But while you are here, you are my light bearer. I am teaching you how to stand in the storm without getting wet. I am teaching your hands to be steady and your voice to be calm, even when the atmosphere is chaotic. Look at the person who has been your greatest adversary. See them not through the lens of your pain, but through the lens of my compassion. They are fighting battles you know nothing of, and their cruelty is often a scream for a healing they do not know how to ask for. I am using your presence to disturb their darkness. Your quiet excellence is a mirror reflecting their own lack, and it is that reflection they are truly angry with, not you. I am silencing the tongues that speak ill of you by making their words taste like ash in their own mouths. They will find that the more they try to diminish you, the more they diminish themselves in the eyes of others. I am bringing your hidden virtues into the spotlight. That project you handled with grace, the one that was nearly derailed by someone else's ego, I am bringing the truth of your contribution to the surface. It will come out in a casual conversation or a report that falls onto the right desk at the right time. I am the God of the right time. I am in the timing of the elevator doors, the timing of the coffee run, and the timing of the promotion. Your career is not in the hands of a human resource department. It is in my hands. When you feel the urge to defend yourself, to lash out, to set the record straight with a sharp tongue, lean into my silence. Let me be your advocate. There is a strength in your stillness that will baffle your enemies. They expect you to break, to crumble, or to fight back with their weapons. Instead, you will walk with a dignity that is not of this world. I am pouring out a fresh oil of favor upon your head. People who have never spoken to you will suddenly feel an impulse to be kind. Opportunities that seemed locked tight will begin to creak open. I'm even working on your commute, making those minutes in the car or on the train a sanctuary where I can speak to you. Use that time to breathe with me. Leave the day's debris on the roadside. Do not bring the office into your home. Your sanctuary at the end of the day is a holy place, and I am standing at the door to ensure that no ghost of a workplace conflict follows you across the threshold. I am your rest. I am the one who smooths the wrinkles of your soul after a day of being pressed and pulled. You are growing stronger in the places where they tried to break you. Like a bone that heals stronger at the fracture point, your confidence is being forged in this resistance. You are learning that your peace is not dependent on a pleasant environment, but on a pleasant presence. I am that presence. I am the fire in your hearth and the wind in your sails. We are not done here. There is more for you to see, more victories to be won in the very place you once felt defeated. I am turning the battlefield into a harvest field. Rest now in the knowledge that while you sleep, I am still working, still speaking, and still silencing every voice that rises against you. I am your shield and your exceeding great reward. As the dawn breaks and the first light touches the edge of your window, do not meet the day with a heavy heart. I am already standing in the hours you have yet to live. I have already walked the hallways of your office, and I have breathed peace into the cubicles and the conference rooms before you even step through the sliding glass doors. You often wonder if you are seen, if the quiet diligence of your hands is noticed amidst the loud clamor of those who seek to climb over others. I tell you, I see every seed you plant in integrity. I see the moments you chose kindness when sarcasm was on the tip of your tongue. I see the way you hold your breath when you see a certain name flash on your phone screen, feeling that familiar knot of anxiety tighten in your stomach. Let go of that breath now. I am the air that fills your lungs, and I am the wall of fire that surrounds your reputation. Those tongues that have been sharpened like razors against your character are beginning to lose their edge. Even now, as they gather in small groups to dissect your choices or diminish your value, I am causing a strange forgetfulness to come over them. Their words will lose their venom before they even reach the ears of those they intended to poison. I am creating a divine static in the atmosphere. When they speak ill of you, others will only hear the hollowness of their own insecurity. I am making your work speak for itself with a clarity that no gossip can cloud. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to rehearse your arguments in the shower or play back the day's slights while you try to fall asleep. I am your advocate. I am the one who presents your case in the courts of heaven and earth, and my verdict is that you are enough, you are capable, and you are mine. Think of the person who has been your greatest thorn. I am working on their heart in ways you cannot see, but more importantly, I am working on your heart so that their thorns no longer draw blood. I am thickening the skin of your spirit with grace. When you walk past their desk today, notice the subtle shift. Perhaps the glare is a little less sharp, or perhaps I will simply make you invisible to their malice. I am a master of hiding my children in the secret place of my presence. I am your camouflage and your crown. When the meetings get long and the tension rises like a tide, look down at your hands and remember that I have engraved your name upon my own. You are not a cog in a machine. You are a light in a dark place, and no darkness has ever been able to extinguish even the smallest flame. I want you to pay attention to the small miracles today. The email that arrives just when you felt overwhelmed, offering a word of support from an unexpected source. The way the traffic parts just enough to give you a moment of stillness. The sudden memory of a song that brings a smile to your face in the middle of a stressful task. These are not coincidences. They are my whispers. They are my way of saying, I am here, and I am in control. I am even in the details of your finances and the logistics of your career path. You worry about the next step, the promotion that seems stalled, or the contract that is hanging by a thread. I am the one who holds the thread. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut, and I am the one who shuts doors that would have led you into a lion's den. If a door remains closed, it is because I am standing guard behind it, protecting you from a storm you cannot yet see. When the clock strikes 5 and you gather your things, leave the weight of the expectations behind. Do not carry the performance reviews or the missed deadlines in your backpack. When you turn the key in your front door, feel the weight lift off your shoulders. I have prepared your home to be a place of restoration. As you put the kettle on or sit in your favorite chair, imagine me sitting there with you. I want to talk to you about things other than work. I want to talk to you about the dreams you've tucked away in the back of your mind, the ones you thought were too fragile for this world. I am the gardener of those dreams, and I am watering them even in this season of pruning. Your identity is not found in your job title or your salary. Your identity is found in the way I look at you, with a love that is fierce, unwavering, and eternal. Tonight, as you prepare for rest, let the silence of the house be a comfort rather than a void. The silence is where my loudest blessings are often forged. I am silencing the critics so that you can finally hear my voice clearly. I am muting the world so that the melody of my love can become the soundtrack of your life. Sleep deeply, my beloved. I am keeping watch over the city, over your office, and over your heart. Nothing can get past me to get to you. In the quiet of this night, while the world outside is hushed and the streetlights cast long, amber shadows across your bedroom floor, I am working in the places you cannot see. I am walking the hallways of your office, moving through the empty cubicles and the silent boardrooms where the air often feels heavy with the friction of human ego. I see the seat where you sit, the one where you sometimes feel invisible or scrutinized, and I am saturating that space with my peace. I have heard the whispers, the ones that happened by the coffee machine when you weren't looking, the subtle dismissals in the group threads, and the sharp-edged critiques that were designed to deflate your spirit rather than build your craft. I want you to know that those words carry no weight in the kingdom I am building within you. I am the great filter. I am catching those arrows of judgment before they can pierce your heart, and I am turning them into dust. Think of the person who seems determined to misunderstand you, the one whose tongue has become a weapon of smallness. I am dealing with them, not with a strike of lightning, but with a wall of holy silence. I am confusing their counsel and making their words sound hollow even to their own ears. When they attempt to speak ill of you to your superiors, I am causing a sudden amnesia to take hold, or I am turning the listener's heart toward your merits instead. I am the one who guards your reputation when you are not in the room to defend it. You do not need to sharpen your own tongue in return. You do not need to rehearse your defense in the shower or replay the arguments while you drive. Your silence is your strength because my advocacy is your shield. Tomorrow, when you walk through those glass doors, I want you to feel the soles of your feet touching holy ground. You are not just an employee. You are a light bearer in a place that has grown dim with competition. I have placed a mantle of favor upon your shoulders that others will sense but won't be able to explain. They might call it luck or timing, but you and I will know it is the resonance of my hand upon your life. I see the specific projects that keep you awake, the spreadsheet that won't balance, the presentation that feels like a mountain, the deadline that looms like a shadow. I am in the details. I am the clarity in your mind when the fog of fatigue rolls in. I am the steady hand when the pressure mounts. Do you remember the moment last Tuesday when you felt that sudden surge of anxiety in the elevator? That was the moment I was stepping in to block a conversation that would have wounded you. I redirected a path. I delayed a meeting. I shifted a schedule just to keep you out of the line of fire. I am that intentional about your well-being. I care about the ergonomics of your chair and the tension in your neck just as much as I care about the destiny of your soul. Nothing is too small for my attention. As you lie there now, let your breath slow down. Imagine my hand resting on your forehead, smoothing away the lines of worry etched by the day's demands. You have spent so much energy trying to prove you belong in the rooms where you sit, but I have already signed your name on the door. You are not an imposter. You are not a mistake. You are a masterpiece in progress, even on the days when you feel like a rough draft. Tonight, I am rewriting the narrative of your worth. It is not written in the ink of your achievements or the red pen of your failures. It is written in the blood of my love and the breath of my spirit. I am silencing the inner critic, too, that voice inside you that echoes the harsh words of others. I am replacing that grating noise with a song of belonging. Can you hear it? It is a melody that says you are enough, even if you never finish that to-do list. It is a harmony that says you are loved, even if you are overlooked by the world. I am also tending to the tired places in your body, the eyes that have strained against the blue light of the monitor, the back that has carried the weight of 1,000 expectations. I am infusing your cells with a restorative grace that no sleep study can replicate. While you drift, I am reordering your tomorrow. I am moving people like chess pieces to create openings for your brilliance to shine without the interference of jealousy. I am softening the hearts of those who have been hard toward you. I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of those who doubted you. But more than the success of your career, I am interested in the expansion of your heart. I am using the friction of this workplace to polish you, to make you more resilient, more compassionate, and more deeply rooted in me. The tongues that speak ill are merely the wind that forces your roots to go deeper into my soil. They think they are harming you, but I am using them to anchor you. Stay here with me in this warmth. Do not let your mind wander back to the emails waiting in your inbox. Those can wait for the sun. For now, there is only this: my presence, your peace, and the absolute certainty that the battle is already won. I am your rear guard and your vanguard. I am the one who goes before you to level the mountains of bureaucracy and the valleys of office politics. You are shielded by a love that knows no boundaries. Rest now, for the dawn will bring a new kind of favor, and I will be there to meet you at the start of the first hour. As you breathe in this stillness, know that I am already walking the corridors of your office, long before the first keycard swipes at the door. I am moving through the break room where the whispers gather like stagnant dust. You have felt the sting of those words, the ones spoken just low enough to reach your intuition, but not your ears. You have felt the coldness of the reply all that was meant to highlight your oversight rather than offer a solution. But I tell you, I am the master of the wind, and I am blowing those whispers away before they can take root in the minds of those who matter. I am putting a hook in the jaws of the mockers. Every sentence constructed to diminish your worth is being dismantled in the unseen realm. I am causing their tongues to stumble over their own pride. When they open their mouths to cast doubt upon your character, they will find only confusion. For I have set a guard around your reputation that no earthly malice can breach. Think of the one who sits in the corner office, the one whose approval you have sought with a trembling heart. I am touching their thoughts tonight. I am bringing to their remembrance the quiet excellence of your work, the late hours you stayed when no one was watching, the integrity you showed when it would have been easier to cut corners, and the way you spoke kindly of the very person who tried to undermine you. I am highlighting your value in their mind's eye with a clarity that defies explanation. Where there was once a fog of indifference or the taint of others' gossip, there is now a blooming respect. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to rehearse your arguments in the shower or script your rebuttals in the dark. Your silence in the face of accusation is your greatest strength, for it allows my voice to be the one that speaks on your behalf, and my voice carries the weight of truth. I see the projects that have been weighing on you, the spreadsheets that seem to have no end, the deadlines that feel like shadows closing in. I am breathing wisdom into your subconscious even as you sleep. I am untangling the knots of complexity that kept you staring at the screen in frustration this afternoon. When you sit down tomorrow, you will find a flow that was not there before. You will see patterns you missed and solutions that have been hiding in plain sight. I am the source of all creativity and order, and I am pouring that order into your mind. You will work not from a place of frantic striving, but from a seat of quiet authority. You are my child, and you carry my DNA of excellence. The world may call it talent or luck, but you and I will know it is the manifestation of my grace. Do not fear the closed-door meetings or the hushed conversations in the hallway. I am a fly on those walls. I am the silence that falls when a lie is told. I am the conviction that pricks the heart of the one who seeks to do you harm. I am even now working on the heart of your greatest critic. I am revealing to them their own insecurities, showing them that their need to bring you down stems from their own fear of being inadequate. I am turning their hostility into a strange, unsettled curiosity. They will find that they can no longer find joy in their bitterness toward you. I am making you a city set on a hill, visible, protected, and radiant. The very people who once plotted to see you fail will soon find themselves coming to you for advice, drawn by a peace they cannot understand and a wisdom they cannot manufacture. Rest your hands now, those hands that have typed 1,000 emails, that have held the weight of heavy folders, that have rubbed tired temples. Let them go limp against the sheets. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders, that place where you carry the what-ifs and the should-haves. I am lifting that yoke from you. It was never yours to carry. You were meant to be a vessel, not a pack horse. I am filling you with a divine indifference to the opinions of men. What can a flickering candle do against the noonday sun? That is what their words are, flickers in the dark. And I am the sun rising in your life. The heat of my love will melt the ice of their exclusion. I'm also preparing the way for a new season of connection. I am bringing Barnabas figures into your workspace, encouragers who will see you, who will speak up for you when you are not in the room, and who will offer the partnership you have been longing for. You have felt lonely in that cubicle, surrounded by people, but isolated by the spirit of competition. I am breaking that isolation. I am weaving a net of support beneath you. You will no longer feel like you are fighting a solitary war. You are part of a larger plan, a grander tapestry, and every thread of your career is being woven with purpose. Even the delays, even the no's, even the promotions that went to someone else, I have used them all to keep you on the path that leads to your ultimate flourishing. Stay in this cocoon of light. Let the rhythm of your heart slow to match the rhythm of my grace. There is no urgency in heaven. There is no panic in my presence. The emails can wait. The spreadsheets are still. The office lights are dimmed and the world is quiet. In this theater of the night, I am the only audience that matters, and I am giving you a standing ovation. Not for what you have achieved, but for whose you are. You are mine. Before you ever earned a paycheck, before you ever graduated, before you ever wrote a single line of code or managed a single person, I loved you with an everlasting love. That love is your true resume. That love is your ultimate job security. As the hours of the night pass, I am performing a surgery of the soul. I am removing the thorns of rejection that have stuck in your skin from years of professional friction. I am pouring the oil of healing over the scars left by bosses who didn't understand you and colleagues who betrayed you. I am making you whole again. You will wake up not just rested, but renewed, with a courage that is not born of self-confidence, but of God-confidence. You will walk through those revolving doors tomorrow morning with your head held high, not in pride, but in the humble realization that the Creator of the universe is your Chief Executive Officer. You are on a mission that transcends your job description. You are there to be my light, and I am ensuring that no darkness, no matter how loud it speaks, can put that light out. Sleep now, my beloved. The battle for your reputation is already won, and I am standing guard over your peace while you dream of the victories to come. Think of that meeting scheduled for Tuesday morning, the one that has been casting a long, cold shadow over your weekend. I see the name on the calendar invite, and I see the secret intent behind it. While you were tossing and turning in the middle of the night, wondering how you would defend your progress, I was already in that conference room, walking the perimeter of the table. I am rearranging the seating chart of favor. I am placing a holy guard over the mouths of those who have conspired to misinterpret your silence for weakness and your diligence for competition. You have felt the sting of the whispered word in the break room, that subtle, icy shift in the room's temperature when you enter the kitchen to pour your morning coffee. I have seen the CC lines on emails meant to expose your perceived flaws to those in power. I have seen every keystroke of malice and every heavy sigh of your weary heart. My child, do not sharpen your tongue in response. Your defense is not found in a clever retort or a defensive rebuttal. Your defense is my silence, which speaks louder than their noise. When they open their mouths to find fault, they will find only the excellence I have woven into your hands. I am making your work an undeniable testimony. Even those who seek your downfall will be forced to acknowledge the grace that rests upon your shoulders like a royal mantle. I see the way you grip the steering wheel on Monday mornings, the silent prayer you whisper before you badge through the security gate. I hear the frantic rhythm of your heart when the elevator dings and you prepare for the battle of the day. Do not fear the reply all. Do not fear the performance review. I am the one who reviews your life, and my verdict is beloved. I am silencing the inner critic as well, that voice inside you that has begun to echo the harsh words of others. I am replacing that echo with the melody of my constant approval. When the person who has been your greatest source of stress walks past your desk tomorrow, I want you to look at them through my eyes. They are not your enemy. They are a soul in need of the light you carry. I am giving you a supernatural composure. You will respond with a kindness that confuses their bitterness. You will speak with a clarity that cuts through their manufactured confusion. I am building a fortress around your peace that no office politics can penetrate. I am the filter through which every word spoken about you must pass, and I am discarding everything that does not align with my high purpose for your life. Remember the project from last month, the one where others stepped forward to take the credit while you stayed late, the blue light of the monitor reflecting in your tired eyes long after the building was empty. I saw the sacrifice. I saw the way you tucked your pride away for the sake of the team. In the ledgers of heaven, that contribution is written in gold, and I am the one who settles the accounts. I am stirring the hearts of those in positions of influence. I am bringing your name to their minds in the quiet hours of their own mornings. While they sleep, I am whispering your value to them. I am unmasking the charlatans and the credit takers, not through your accusation, but through the irresistible pull of my truth. The atmosphere of that office is changing because you are in it. You are a walking sanctuary. When you sit at your desk, you are not just occupying a cubicle. You are establishing a throne of peace in a territory of chaos. I am touching the vocal cords of your accusers even now. I am causing a holy hesitation to fall upon them. When they gather in those small, exclusive circles to dissect your methods, a sudden realization of their own shadows will overtake them. I am turning their scrutiny inward. I am the God who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, and I am the God who will shut the office doors that were opened only to plot your professional demise. You have felt like a target, but you are actually a treasure. You have felt like an outsider, but you are a pioneer I have sent into a dry land to find water. I am opening doors that no human hand can shut, and I am shutting mouths that no human argument can silence. The rumors that have been circulating about your competence are being dissolved in the acid of my truth. The lies that were meant to hinder your promotion are being turned into the very stepping stones you will use to climb higher. I am not just protecting your job, I am protecting your destiny. I see the lunch breaks you spend alone in your car just to catch your breath and find a moment of sanity. I see the way you check your phone for messages, hoping for a word of encouragement, but often finding only more demands and more deadlines. In those moments, I am sitting in the passenger seat with you. I am the peace that passes all understanding. I am the one who reminds you that your worth is not tied to a KPI, a quarterly goal, or a spreadsheet. I am the one who knows the hidden labor you perform, the small kindnesses you show to the receptionist when everyone else ignores her, the way you pick up the slack for the coworker who is struggling at home. None of it is lost on me. I am the great archivist of your faithfulness. Tomorrow, when you walk back into that environment, you will do so with a secret joy. You will realize that the tongues wagging against you are merely the sound of the wind, while my voice is the solid rock beneath your feet. I am steadying your hands. I am clearing the fog from your mind. I am the invisible shield that stands between you and the darts of professional jealousy. Rest now, for the morning brings a new kind of favor, a favor that doesn't depend on who likes you, but on who loves you. When you wake tomorrow, the light filtering through your blinds will carry a different weight, not the heavy gray of obligation, but the golden hue of my presence. I am going before you into the office, into the cubicles, and into the high-ceilinged boardrooms where decisions are made in shadows. Think of the folder on your desk, the one labeled quarterly projections that has felt like a mountain of impossibility. I am breathing upon those numbers, giving you a clarity that your education alone could never provide. I am sharpening your focus so that you see the patterns others miss. While your detractors spend their energy crafting narratives of your inadequacy, I am building a foundation of excellence beneath your feet that no lie can erode. I saw the way Sarah looked at Marcus yesterday when you walked past the break room, the way their voices dropped to a conspiratorial hum. Do not let your heart sink. I was the silent listener in that circle. Every word they spoke against your character was recorded in my book, not for your condemnation, but for their accountability. I am already moving in their circumstances, creating distractions that will pull their attention away from you and toward their own need for my mercy. Their tongues, once sharp as razors, will become dull and heavy when they try to speak against you in the presence of those who have the power to promote you. Have I not said that I would prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies? This is not a metaphor. The very people who wished for your exit will be forced to sit and witness your feast. They will see the favor on your life and they will not be able to explain it. They will attribute it to luck, to timing, or to politics, but you and I will know the truth. You will remember the nights you spent on your knees, crying out for a way out, and you will realize that I was actually making a way through. I am even now touching the mind of your supervisor, Mr. Sterling. The irritation he has felt toward you, fueled by the whispers of the office gossips, is being replaced by a nagging sense of curiosity. He will begin to notice the quiet consistency of your work. He will see the integrity you maintained when the easy way was presented to you. I am causing your name to come to his mind in the quiet hours of his evening, associated not with the complaints he has heard, but with the solutions he desperately needs. You are my hidden treasure in that company, a lamp set upon a stand. I am polishing the glass so that my light can shine through you without the smudges of self-doubt. When you enter that staff meeting on Wednesday, do not worry about the seating chart or who is trying to edge you out of the conversation. I have already secured your place. When they interrupt you, I will give you a grace that makes your silence more powerful than their noise. When they try to take credit for the logistics plan you stayed late to perfect, I will cause the truth to surface in a way that requires no defense from your lips. I am your advocate, your counselor, and your vindicator. I am the one who governs the hearts of kings and managers alike. You feel the pressure of the performance review, but I am the one who truly evaluates. My rating of you is beloved, faithful, and anointed. Let that be the armor you wear under your professional attire. I am also working in the quiet corners of your life that you think are separate from your career. The way you care for your aging mother after a long shift, the way you still find a moment to tithe and trust me with your finances despite the rising costs. These are the things that build the spiritual muscle I am using to lift you higher. You are not a victim of a toxic workplace. You are a missionary of my peace in a desert of competition. I am watering the dry ground through you. Even the person who has been most vocal against you, the one whose name makes your stomach tighten in a knot, is not beyond my reach. I am softening the soil of their heart, not just for your sake, but for theirs. I may even use your eventual success to be the very thing that leads them to a place of repentance and healing. But for now, your task is simple. Rest in the shadow of my wings. Tomorrow, when you feel the urge to defend yourself, feel my hand on your shoulder, whispering, "Wait. Watch what I will do." I am the master of timing. I am the architect of reputation. The walls they built to keep you out are the very walls I will use to showcase my glory. You are coming into a season where the whispers of the enemy will be drowned out by the shout of my favor. Stay steady. Stay kind. Stay in me. The morning is coming, and with it, a silence that only my peace can provide, a silence where the tongues of your accusers are stilled, and only the sound of my blessing remains.